Maha Cartoon TV.
Manhunter Ridge. We tend to see a lot of good and bad incidents in our life. But some incidents are hard to categorize in any of these types because it contains the attributes of both the types, the good and the bad. And it is not necessary that these incidents will only take place with it can happen to anybody. I also once encountered such an incident which proved to be very bad for me. But in the end, it was good for someone else. I still remember that it was our first anniversary. I was about to go to a hill station with my wife Sarika. I was not able to give a lot of time to Sarika due to being busy with work. That is why I made a plan with her to go on a vacation. But I was unaware of the fact that this beautiful day was about to turn into an inauspicious day for me. We reached the hotel and checked in and moved towards our room. Sarika loved that place. The reason I'm saying this is because she was very excited while looking out of the window. I was taking out my clothes from my bag. Just then, I received a phone call. I was stunned to see the number on the phone because that number was from the landline of my home. There was nobody living in our home except us. Then who was calling me from that number? Thinking all this, I received the call. But I didn't hear any voice. After some time, I disconnected the phone. Just then, Sarika called me from behind.
Whose phone was that, Anand?
Actually, it was a wrong number. I didn't think it right to tell Sarika about the incident. Otherwise, she would have been unnecessarily worried about it. But I was very worried about who was there at our home. I called Suman. Suman was our neighbor. I asked her to check once whether we had left our gate open. She called me after some time and said,
Anand, your door is locked.
I got even more worried after listening to this. Then who the hell has called me from my landline to my mobile phone? Sarika saw my face and she ascertained that I am a little worried. She even asked me about this, but I gave her an excuse and ignored the matter. The same night, while lying down on my bed, I checked call history on my phone because I thought I must have a confusion regarding the number. But that was the exactly same number. Just then, I again received a call from the same number. Sarika woke up and she said to me while sleeping,
Anand, who is this? Who is calling you so late at night?
I didn't reply to her and got up from the bed and received the call while fearing. I didn't hear any voice. I repeatedly said hello many times. I was about to disconnect the call. Just then, I heard long breaths from the other side. I asked repeatedly about the call, but no one replied to me from the other side. And this time, the phone disconnected on its own. I got very scared and switched off the phone and lied down again on the bed. I couldn't sleep the whole night, and then I switched on the phone. And I received the phone call after some time. And this time, I heard someone else's voice.
Salvation. I want salvation.
Just then I felt as if someone has kept his hand on my shoulder. I got so scared. I turned back and saw that the hand was of Sarika. She took the phone from my hand and started listening to it. But the phone was disconnected. That's why she didn't hear any voice from it. She said while returning the phone to me.
With whom you were talking?
I told her that it was my friend's phone. I didn't like telling lies to her. But now I have decided that I will reach home and will ascertain about the whole matter. I told Sarika that due to some urgent work, we needed to go back home again. I guess Sarika was aware that I am going home for another reason. But she got ready to come back with me without asking me for any reason. After reaching there, I hurriedly inserted keys in the lock and opened the door. The house was exactly the same as we had left while leaving home. Everything was in its place, except one thing. We saw that it was written on the wall of our house, "I need salvation." Why did this happen? When you want everything to be normal, but you find everything haywire. Trust me, even though I don't have any idea, Sarika was so afraid. But somehow I tried to calm her down. I wish there was someone who could take care of me as well. I somehow cleaned the letters written on the wall, but those words were printed in my head like a photo. The same night, I was lying down on the bed and thinking what would be the meaning of all this. Just then, I heard some voice from the almirah kept in my room.
I want salvation. I want salvation.
I hurriedly got up from the bed. Sarika was in a deep sleep, that is why she didn't respond. Fearingly, I started walking towards the almirah. I saw that the door of the almirah automatically opened. I was not able to understand what exactly was happening there. I stood in front of the almirah, took the name of my God, and opened the door. I saw that the almirah was totally empty. I have purchased that almirah from a museum. I liked that almirah in the museum because I am so fond of old things. But I was unaware that some mysterious thing will also emerge in front of me with the almirah. In some time, that almirah started shaking, and a very heavy wind started blowing from it, due to which me and Sarika fell away. We both were unable to understand what exactly was happening with us, but we are about to get answers to our every question. We saw that a witch came out from the almirah. We both got stunned seeing her. The witch pulled Sarika towards her and said,
It's your turn first.
In no time, the witch pierced her teeth in Sarika's neck and started sucking her blood. I ran to save Sarika, but the witch pushed me in the air and threw me towards the wall with the help of her magical powers, due to which I got hurt. I requested the witch to leave her, but she didn't listen to me. When I asked what she wanted from us, then she replied,
This almirah that you have is not an ordinary almirah, but it's a magical almirah, which my ancestor gave me to take care of. You can get anything from almirah, but one exorcist saw me almirah. He tried a lot to take it from me, but when he repeatedly failed, then he trapped me in this almirah by making me a witch. And from that day, whosoever bring this almirah their home becomes my prey.
Once the witch finished talking, she again started sucking Sarika's blood. I had very little time left, but I was shocked after listening to the witch. But now I understood that the root cause of all the problem is the almirah only. I immediately ran towards the storeroom and got kerosene oil from there and poured it on the almirah and lit it. As soon as the almirah started burning, the witch left Sarika and started screaming in pain. In some time, the almirah vanished after burning, and witch turned into a beautiful lady and said,
The way you have helped me was impossible for any other. Because of you, I got free. As you destroyed the almirah, I got free from the curse of that exorcist. And finally I got salvation. I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Saying this, she vanished from there. I saw that Sarika was lying unconscious on the floor. I helped her to lay down on the bed and called her. Sarika slowly opened her eyes and asked me about the witch. I told her everything about how the witch got freed from her curse and got salvation.
This video, do like, share and comment, and to be the first person to watch our videos, make sure to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for timely notifications.